Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another episode of Next Step Espresso, your daily shot of fitness. We are on episode 452. We've talked in the past about building better habits, and we talked about Atomic Habits, which is a fantastic book by James Clear. I massively recommend you get that book if you haven't already. And one of the ways that we can be more compliant with our habits and also stick with them is this idea of gamifying them. And now, what I mean by this term is exactly how it sounds, right? It's turning it into a game. A lot of us will complain that we don't have a lot of time, yet we might spend quite a bit of time on our phone, on Facebook, on Instagram, or even on apps like Farmville and others where you have to earn points, earn achievements, do tasks, and do things to get rewarded by. I know for me, I am a massive fan of the language app Duolingo. I'm on a 450-day streak. I have to log in every day to keep my streak. There's a leaderboard for us to stay on board with. I have to get a certain amount of points to get to the next leaderboard or to stay in my leaderboard or to win the leaderboard. And you get X amount of points for those things. And this idea of making things into games, adding friendly competition, adding stakes and rewards can be a really, really great way for you to add to your habits in order to make things stick. At Next Step Nutrition, we have a client-only app that does a similar thing, right? Clients get badges for how many workouts they've completed. They get badges and streaks for doing habits over and over again. They are added into a group together where they can see who's done X amount of walking and who's done X amount of fitness and who's done X amount of habits. And that way it can turn a little bit of friendly competition, a little bit of gamification in there as well, which really helps with sticking with it and staying compliant. So for you to apply this to your goals, obviously you could choose to work with us at Next Step Nutrition, though that's not necessarily the answer. Though if there is, feel free to apply. We have some spots available. But how can you apply this to yourself, right? Can you use a check system? Can you use reward points? Can you use ticks on a calendar or a habit tracker? And after X amount of ticks, can you reward yourself in a certain way, right? A meal out or booking a weekend away now that the restrictions seem to be lifting up, or buy yourself a new pair of gym socks or a new gym t-shirt or something like that, right? Give yourself a reward for the behaviors that you're putting into place, not the outcome. So you're not saying once I get to this weight, I'll reward myself, but you are saying once I do this many habits, you'll reward yourself. And that way you can bring that point system in. You could build a social element into your fitness. So something like Strava, something like Zwift. It's where Peloton has a great compliance system as well. If you can add social elements to your activity, that will allow you to add in some friendly competition. It's where CrossFit has a very strong community element as well. But, hook up Zwift to a turbo trainer in your living room and you've got a much cheaper stationary bike that you can use, and you can get on Zwift with some mates and apply a social element to your fitness, or just go for a run or do a workout with your mates as well. You can use imagination to make things more interesting. So you could, imagine you're playing tag, doing your sprint intervals, or imagine you're running away from zombies or something similar, rather than just thinking, oh my God, like I'm going on the same boring, bloody run again. And the last point I want you guys to think about is bringing joy into your habits, right? Can you bring joy into your fitness habits? Can you sing and dance while prepping food? Can you get your favorite music on while doing a workout that you're not a fan of? Can you involve your friends? Can you involve your family? Can you make it fun in some way? Because the more that you can do that, the better able you will stick to your nutrition and fitness habits for the long haul. So use some kind of reward system, build in a social element if you can, use your imagination to make it a bit more fun, and bring joy into it with music, friends, laughter. Make it fun, keep it simple, and you guys will build habits that last. Thank you as always for listening to today's episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, please do share it around, share it on your stories on Instagram, tag us in it at Next Step Nutrition Ltd. And please, if you're watching this on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, share it with your mates, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another daily shot of fitness.